As Croatia's lesser-known neighbor, Montenegro shares a lot of the same architecture, scenery and climate. But compared to Croatia's popularity, Montenegro is still relatively unknown. It's got its own patch of Adriatic coastline, historic walled towns, beautiful lakes and mountains, all in half the area of Wales. Montenegro has certainly got the looks to become a hugely popular destination. Montenegro literally means black mountains. Majority of our journey we were treated with scenery of steep black mountains lined up on our left with soothing blue bay on the right. A 2-hour scenic drive from Dubrovnik led us to the picturesque town of Perast. Looking like a chunk of Venice that has floated down the Adriatic and anchored itself onto the bay, Perast slopes down from the highway to a narrow waterfront road that runs along its length. Its most famous landmarks aren't on the land at all. Our Lady of the Rock is one of the 2 islets off the coast of Perast. We took a small boat where hardly 5 people could fit. The 5-minute short journey to the nearby island called Our Lady of the Rocks was just wonderful as we got entire spectacular view of the Perast town and its surroundings. Spending around 30 minutes on the island and inside the one and only small church, we returned back to the mainland. After strolling a while on the main street of Perast along the waterfront and clicking innumerable pictures, we cherished every bit of being present in that unmatched splendor. Our next destination was Kotor, only 20 minutes drive from Perast. By the time we reached the city center of Kotor, it was clear to us that this place is a spectacular location for a one-day stopover for cruise liners. The port is a stone throw away from the city center and huge passenger ship was docked there. Right opposite to the port is the starting point of the fortified old town. A relaxed, laid-back atmosphere among the locals and the hustle-bustle of the day tourists from the cruise ship was a perfect combination for this amazing place. Kotor is a living history in a spectacular way. Hemmed in by staunch walls, the town is a medieval maze of museums, churches, cafe-strewn squares, and Venetian palaces. It's a dramatic and delightful place where the past coexists with the present. The most awesome view of Kotor can be however seen from St. John's Castle located above the town on the mountain terrain. The only way to reach there is by foot, climbing more than 1300 stairs on a well-defined hiking trail. We were not able to climb all the way up to the castle, but after climbing around halfway mark, we were able to get one of the finest views of Kotor Bay. After venturing Kotor, it's now time for us to explore one of the most important cities of Montenegro called Budva. It is just 30 minutes away from Kotor. Budva is the poster child of Montenegrin tourism. Easily the country's most visited destination, it attracts hordes of holidaymakers and is also known as the Montenegrin Miami. However, with a very short span of time in our hands, we were only able to see some of the places of interest. Short walk in the harbor area followed by the old town and then towards the Morgan beach was all we could manage to do within the 2 hours of time. The sunset view from the Morgan beach was spectacular, and that brings us to the end of our one-day visit to Montenegro.